Namah Shivaya. Hello children, welcome back to another episode of Sri Chandrasekharendra Saraswati Mahaswamy. And as you all know, here we are sharing simple but powerful stories from the life of Paramacharya. Today I want to tell you about some beautiful real life stories of Swamiji. And these stories show his kindness and his wisdom and how they created miracles in people's lives. You have to remember that these are not fantasy tales or bedtime stories. They are real stories which happened in our own land, and that too not very long ago. So listen with your heart, and I promise you by the end of this, you will walk away with something precious. As you all know, Paramacharya has managed this Kanchi Peetham for almost 7 decades. There was no limit to the good and kind deeds that he has done. They were innumerable. So, once while Swamiji was offering worship, a mother along with her kid came and sat with the devotees. Now, there was a silk pavada on the deity which was very attractive. Pavada is a kind of Indian dress, traditional dress. And this pavada is on the deity, that is the goddess. And the small girl who came with the mother, she kept looking at that pavada. She wanted it and she asked her mother. Then the mother was telling it is impossible to have that. And now they are coming in the line to take the prasad. When their turn has come, Swamiji gave the prasadam and also gave that pavada to that little girl. And see, the joy of the little girl was very immense. See, from this you have to understand, he never said a word. He just took the pavada and gave it to her. Only the girl knows and the mother knows. See how kind he is. And also Paramacharya knows what we have on our mind. So in this way, he fulfilled that little girl's wish. And there was another incident where Swamiji was camping in a place near Chidambaram. At that time, he asked little children to write Ramanamam. In one of our previous episodes also we talked about this. Whenever people are writing the Ramanamam, he will give them a gold coin just to encourage those people. So in the children, there was a boy who was dumb. He cannot speak. So Swamiji called this boy near him and asked him to read what he has written. So he was writing Sri Rama, Sri Rama, and he asked the boy to read. So the people nearby told that Paramacharya, this boy is dumb and he cannot talk. Please don't ask him that. But Paramacharya was not listening to anybody. He was not paying attention to that words. And he asked the boy again and again, say Ramanama, whatever you have written, say that, say that. Surprising, the word Sri Rama came out of the boy's mouth. See how wonderful it is. The boy's dumbness has gone. He was able to talk now. And there was another incident. Swamiji was camping in Tiruchinapalli. There a blind woman came to Swamiji. So Paramacharya asked, why did you come here so far with great effort that you don't have eyes? Then she said, if you stand before me, I fall at your feet once and I want to leave. And he said, no, you are not going to leave like that. I would go around you in perambulation like a pradakshina, So tell me what you can see. Now Swamiji started perambulating around her. He was going round and round around her 8 times. So every time he was asking, what did you see? What did you see? Then in one round she said, I saw some saffron clothing. And the next round she said, I saw a dandam. The sacred stick that Swamiji carries, the Satya Dandam. She saw that. And at the end she said, I could see what I saw 20 years ago when I was able to see. So her blindness has gone. See all the different kinds of miracles that are happening in different people's lives. No wonder why he is called a walking god. Now let's talk about another incident. Then Paramacharya was staying in a village near Kanchi. There a poor Brahmin has come to him and he asked for 13 gold sovereigns for his daughter's wedding. Because he is poor, he cannot afford that much of amount. So he came to Swamiji. Then Paramacharya said, what can I give? So you better go to Kamakshi temple, offer your prayers there, tell Kamakshi Amma that you want this gold and you come back. And he went to pray. Meanwhile, a rich man from North India has come to visit Swamiji and he said, Paramacharya, I came to offer some gold. He put it in a plate in front of Paramacharya and he left. After this poor Brahmin has come. And then Paramacharya asked him to take this little packet that is there in the plate. And to his surprise, when the Brahmin opened the packet, there was exactly 13 coins of gold in that. So Swamiji told, see, you went and prayed to Kamakshi Amma, and because of her grace, you could get this gold. It is in no way concerned to me. I am not responsible for this. This is how a true saint is. He never claims whatever he has done. And there was a doctor from Mylapore, and he is very famous, a prominent doctor, and he always visited Paramacharya, but he was desirous of inviting Paramacharya to his house. So every day he would visit the camp and he would have Swamiji's darshan, but he never asked for that. But as you all know, by this time, Paramacharya knows whatever is there on our mind and in our heart. So Paramacharya called him and he inquired him about about the location of his residence. He was so surprised. Then Paramacharya said, I will be visiting your house in half an hour. And you rush home and prepare for the visit, because it is not like a regular guest coming to home. When a Swamiji is coming, there are some restrictions that are to be followed, some arrangements that are to be made. So he said, I'll be coming in half an hour. Now the doctor's happiness had no bounds. He was so happy. At the same time, he was so much worried about making suitable arrangements to welcome Swamiji, because he doesn't know immediately in half an hour how can he make such arrangements. So that aspect was also taken care by Paramacharya himself. He said the Mutt officials will come there and they will take care of all the arrangements. You just go home and wait. Don't worry. That is what he said. So as suggested, the doctor went home. He waited for the arrival of Paramacharya and he welcomed him with Purna Kumbham. You know what a Purna Kumbham is? Purna Kumbham means it is a full pot, because the Kumbham occupies a very special place in Hindu rituals. Whenever you are entering a new home, Griha Pravesh, when you do that, a housewarming function, for that you use the Purna Kumbham, and at the weddings you do Purna Kumbham. Also, when you're welcoming a brahmachari or a sannyasi or any big jnani, then when you're welcoming them home, we welcome them with the Purna Kumbha. This Purna Kumbha is a pot which is filled with water, because it is a symbol of abundant prosperity in our traditional agri-based economy. You know, India is an agri-based economy. So a pot full of water, it shows that there is abundant prosperity in that. And the pot is decorated with the symbol of sun using kumkum and turmeric. So both of them are used to decorate the pot, and a coconut and some mango leaves are placed on the top. So this pot, the pitcher, it can be made of mud or brass or copper or silver. It depends on the person who is owning that. So that was the kind of welcome that he has given. And Paramacharya stayed at that house for some time and called the family members and the children. All of them were called in, and he inquired about their well-being and blessed them all with vibhuti, kunkam and all the prasadam. And the doctor was very proud, and he shed tears of ecstasy and joy because of this unlimited love and blessing that was given by Paramacharya. So this is a wonderful incident. Now in another incident, Swamiji was giving tirtham to everybody. You know tirtham, the holy water that they give in temples. The same way Paramacharya is giving this to all the devotees over there. There was a housewife who came along with her daughter for the darshan, and her necklace was stolen from her. So while Swamiji was giving tirtham, he asked her to stand aside because her necklace was stolen. He asked her to stand aside. The queue was progressing. An old lady extended her hand for the tirtham. Then Swamiji did not give the tirtham. He said, you return the necklace you have hidden. To everybody's surprise, he said that. The woman first tried to argue, because doing a theft itself is a mistake, and if it is exposed in front of everybody, obviously people try to deny that fact. In the same way, the woman started to argue. So then some other women in the group, they came out and shook her sari, and from the sari this necklace dropped from the folds of the sari. Then Swamiji said, don't do things like this hereafter, and sent her away. So you see, among so many people, how did he know that this person has stolen the thing? Because he knows everything. Whatever has happened, he knows everything. Now let me tell you another incident. That time Paramacharya was in Sri Sailam. You know Sri Sailam, the very famous Shiva temple is there in Andhra Pradesh. So that's Sri Sailam. So there was a person from Tiruchi in the temple, and he was working for the mutt for quite some time. There was a Kumbhabhishekam that was to be performed soon. You know the Kumbhabhishekam, that is performed in temples. So that was to be performed very soon. And Swamiji called for this person, and he blessed him, and he asked the manager of the mutt to give him some money, and he asked him to go to Trichy immediately. So this man was very much disappointed. He wanted to stay for Kumbhabhishekam, and suddenly he's asking to leave. But he can't say no to Paramacharya, so he started immediately, and he went to his daughter's house in Madras, now Chennai. He went to that place. On that very day, when he reached his daughter's place, he breathed his last. That means he died there. So had he been there in the mud, he would have died in the mud, and the Kumbhabhishekam would have been delayed, because conducting a Kumbhabhishekam is a very big task, and all the arrangements were made that would have been done for many weeks from then. Everything would have been spoiled. So Swamiji knows when a person is going to die, so he didn't want to disturb the whole thing, because there are many other people who are involved in that. So he sent him to his daughter's place. So he thinks of everybody, and he knows what he is doing. See, today we have discussed so many real life incidents from Paramacharya's life. And you can see Paramacharya never did anything for fame or for attention. He simply lived with compassion, truth, and simplicity. And all people remember him for that. Not for the different kinds of miracles that happened. It is because of his simplicity and the genuine interest that he has in people. So what can we learn from this episode? It's not about, Paramacharya has given eyes to a blind person. He has removed the dumbness from somebody else. We may not be able to do all those things, but the thing is that having interest in helping others, that you should always find joy in helping others. That is what we have to learn from this. Okay? Now what we do, even if we do a small help to others, we always want to be recognized by everyone for that good thing that we have done. But there are many people in the society, even now, they do a lot of good work, but they never crave for publicity. On the other hand, we can also see people, even if they do some 500 rupees work, they give a publicity of 5,000 rupees. Simplicity is always the best way of life. When you are simple, you never have interest on garnering all this public attention, all these things. So that is the reason we should always try to be simple. It also helps us in other ways. I was telling you the other day about the clothes that we are wearing. We are spending a lot of amount on that. We can reduce all those things when we are simple. And also our ego will be reduced to the minimum. We never crave for any of these recognitions and all those things. If you all learn this one quality, that is simplicity, and the purpose of my podcast is fulfilled completely. So thank you for joining me today. So if you like these stories, tell your friends and family about this, and also try to live one good value from today's episode. What I can say is simplicity is one thing that you can learn. Try implementing it in your life. So until next time, stay kind, stay true, stay simple, and remember, the greatest power lies in being simple and sincere. Jai Hind.